Hey boot campers, I hope you're having an awesome day. Quick note before you get too far into this video. This is going to be a rather long video um, talking about my announcement. As you know, I kind of ramped it up telling you about my 5-year goal plan, blah blah blah. It's going to be talking about this. So this is going to be a lengthy video, so if you don't have time for it, I understand. Just going to give an explanation of what I'm about to go through on a journey for the next several years. So 5 years. Now, but I want to say congratulations to everybody who went out, signed up for a 5K within the day, within the first couple days, the first week. I'm super proud of you. And now, naturally, you're going to start having all kinds of, excuses and fears. You just got to knock all that stuff off your shoulder, kick it back behind you, ignore it. You're going to get injured, or you don't have time to train for this, or it's probably going to be cold that day, or, all kinds of excuses, which are all fears, just your body reacting. But remember, you can do it. You absolutely can do it. You signed up for it. Spend some time training for it, and the day it gets here, when you finish through that finish line, whether you're crawling, walking, or somebody's carrying you, you're going to have a sense of accomplishment that is unexplainable. I can't even put it into words. It's such an amazing feeling. But since you held up your end of the deal, I'm going to hold up my end of the deal. And several years ago, I got an idea in my head about how I set all of these just really extreme, very difficult goals that I want to achieve in my life. There's only about 10 of them. I'm going to list off one right now, but I set all these goals. And most of them are absolutely unbelievable. That's why I don't talk about them a whole lot with friends or family. I have told a few people here and there. But my goal, one of the largest goals I have in my life, is on my 30th birthday, or around my 30th birthday, I want to climb to the summit, the very tip top of Mount Everest. Several people have done it, several people haven't. Several people have died from it, and several people have achieved it. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be logging it, more of a documentary style, on a weekly basis. I'm going to be taking the videos and putting them on my Ben Kaufman Fitness blog, and I'll put a link to that below. And if you want to stay with it on my journey through this, I would love for that. If it motivates you to set a goal that you thought was impossible, or everybody around you told you you're stupid and crazy for trying to do it, but you know that you want to try to do it, at least, if it'll encourage you, then I'll get a lot out of this. But I would love for you to come along on my journey. I know we're talking 5 years. Seems like a long time, but it's really not. But along the way, I'm going to be going, through my training, how I'm physically and mentally preparing myself for this feat. What type of eating I'm going through, the nutrition, how I'm going to be training for the hiking part, the running part, the endurance, all these different things. And I have several things laid out as far as my training is going to go over the next 5 years. And here's kind of run down through it. I do plan on doing 3 regular sprint style triathlons, 1 full marathon just to get a feel for the time and stuff like that, 1 full triathlon, which would be an Olympic distance triathlon. And if you're not familiar with any of the, sprint or Olympic version triathlon, stuff like that, you can go look it up. I'm not sure the difference. But they're basically beginner style triathlons. And triathlons is running, swimming, and biking, not in that order. After a full triathlon, I plan on doing another marathon that is fast enough to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I don't want to do the Boston Marathon, but I do want to get a qualifying time for that. So that will take a lot of discipline and training. I plan on doing a full Ironman. There are actually 25 Ironmans held around the world yearly, if I'm not mistaken, or that hasn't changed in the last few weeks. There are 25 held around the world. I plan on doing one of those Ironmans. Again, it's one of the longest Ironmans, not the most impossible, definitely the longest one, as part of my training for this. And then the last and final thing, probably at the end of year 3, before I really start making my main focus on climbing, hiking, training in high altitude weather and stuff like that, backpacking. My last year, year 3, going into year 4, I'm I'm going to train and do an ultra marathon, which is normally over 100 miles. So I don't have the exact dates of when and what year I plan on doing each one of these, but they will be in pretty close to the order that I told you, starting off small, building up to bigger and bigger, and really broadening, everything I do so I can get, a full range of motion. I can get used to everything that could come into play for my large goal. And really this videoing and documentary and stuff, yeah, I would love other people to be able to watch it and let it motivate them, but it's more for me. It's more of something I can go back on later and look at my journey. I can show my kids. I want to create a legacy for my family, something that my family can look back at and be proud of, or set the bar so that my kids and my great grandkids can try to go above that bar in life, whether it be, with their marriage or finances and stuff like that. So I'm always working on trying to build a legacy for my family and the generations below me, my family tree. So that's what it's going to be about. But I do plan on keeping detailed everything on here. I'm also going to journal everything, probably on a daily log for the next 5 years. And then after 5 years, once I've completed my goal, I plan on writing a book. I've always wanted to write a book. This would be something I'd be proud to write a book about, even if nobody bought it and read it but myself. It's something, again, I can pass down to my generation. So I'd love to invite you along on the journey of my training. You can go to my blog and watch it once it's really started. I'm going to take the rest of this week off. And then starting in next week in October, I don't know what that'd be, the 17th or the 10th. Yeah, the 17th, I guess. I'm going to start this journey. And it'll be comprised of starting out just buying books, just reading, just learning, just studying, running more, breaking down my breathing techniques, getting more involved on the high-tech side with video logging, and stuff like that. So I hope that you will come along on the journey with me, even though I know you're thinking you are absolutely insane, but that's completely fine. I've heard that with a lot of things that I've done in my life, and I always look back and just laugh. But that is my goal. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I hope you continue to have an awesome day. And if you want to, you can follow along on this journey, and hopefully in the next 5 years, we can look back at this very first video and just be in awe. I know I will. So thank you. Have an awesome day.